So how do you avoid client objections? So a lot of videos and a lot of explanation has been made around how do you deal with client objections. I want to talk about how do you avoid client objections, because of course the best war is having no war at all, right? So how do you avoid it? Well, there's a few techniques. One of the things I learned is while I was doing a lot of sales pitches, like one after the other, I learned that I could almost predict at a certain stage what people would ask. And I would actually start talking about what they would ask. So that way you avoid many questions. One of the things I also do, this may sound a little bit crazy, is that I'll sometimes ask myself a question. And I said, look, at this stage in the presentation, most of our prospects or most of the people we talk to, they ask us this question. See, I'm kind of filling it in. If I'm on a stage, I dare to do the following. I said, but the big question is, or Michael, how should I solve it? So actually asking yourself the question kind of replaces the question in their mind. And of course, it's hard for them to overcome. Now, what happens is every single time a prospect asks you about the budget, well, if you know they're going to ask about the budget every single time, you put the budget in the presentation or in your storyline. You want to control the storyline. So the only way to do it is that the most frequently asked questions, just deal with them upfront in the presentation. Funnily enough, after the presentation, sometimes people will still ask you the question. That either means that they have not paid attention or that your explanation went too fast, you haven't done it properly enough. So then you take a step back and you really explain it more clearly. That way you will avoid many questions. And I think that's been the best technique for me so far, is by answering a lot of those questions up front and tackling the issues that you know they will ask or that are a problem. Last but not least, again, same technique by saying, I can imagine you're thinking the following. See what I do? I'm basically replacing what they are thinking. So that's the absolute best way to avoid really difficult questions.